Hey guys, what's going on? Max Forte again to share with you a fragrance that I've been wearing lately, and I've gotten amazing positive remarks on it, so I wanted to share with you. So stay right there, it's coming up right now. So as you start from the title, this is going to be Abercrombie&Fitch First Instinct. This is from a house, Abercrombie&Fitch, that brought us the infamous Fierce. If you go to a mall, if you have a mall near your house, you know what I'm talking about. You walk in the mall, about a mile away from the store, you can smell it. The whole mall smells like it. So Fierce was a fragrance that was released in the early 2000s, and to this day it's a staple. Any guy out there that's listening to this fragrance review have at some point wore Abercrombie&Fitch Fierce. So this one here is First Instinct. Let's get into the presentation. Come with me. Hey guys, here's the presentation of Abercrombie&Fitch First Instinct. As you see here, it comes with this little sleeve here, which a lot of you don't like, but you don't have to use the sleeve. You can just chuck it afterwards. The box has this ribbed kind of material, cardboard, really cool. It has a kind of like a silver steel looking Abercrombie&Fitch logo over here. Another metal silver plate on the side here that's very similar to what you have in a bottle. It says Abercrombie&Fitch First Instinct right there. Then you have your information down here at the bottom with the barcode, the batch code, ingredients, and all the good stuff. Nothing in the back. And the box color is almost like a maroon kind of color. And the bottle gives you this almost wave-like or iceberg sort of thing. It's got like a wavy kind of contour to it, which is really cool. Your batch code, your information is here at the bottom as well. It has a metal plate, just like the box. It says First Instinct. The cap is solid metal with a plastic insert, and the sprayer is actually quite nice distribution. Really nice. This year is offered in 3 sizes. You can get a 1 ounce or 30 ml. Comes in a 50 ml and 100 ml. 3.4, just like this one here. Price points, I found this discounted. I'm going to repeat again, do not pay retail. Do not pay retail for this fragrance. You can find this discounted. I know 50 mLs are available, and I'm going to have the link down in the description box if you guys want to check it out, for just below $25. This one here was around, this one here is 100 ml, and I paid roughly $32. So a great bargain for a great smelling fragrance. So this has been the presentation. Let's continue with the review. Okay, so as we saw in the presentation, this is an amazing looking fragrance. The bottle looks pretty cool. The sprayer is amazing. The price point's really not bad for what you're getting. So Abercrombie&Fitch was founded in 1892. They went out of business, I believe, in 1976 and came back around 1978. And for the past few years, they've been, one of the most prominent mall store for teenage and young adults over the past few years. They delved into the fragrance world right around early 90s, and in the mid 90s they had a really array of great fragrances such as Woods for Man. They also had one called Abercrombie&Fitch Original Cologne, and then finally, I believe in 2003, they released the infamous Fierce that we all come to love. I love the fragrance. I speak for myself. I really enjoy the fragrance Fierce. So Fierce is a fragrance that it's loved by many and hated by some, but I think for the most part it has a positive outcome. So this one here, First Instinct, was released in 2016, just last year, and the perfumer was Philippe Romano, and he only have released this fragrance and one more fragrance from the house of Odin 11 or Sima. Those are the only 2 fragrances that he has released, and this one here is a really, really good one. Let's get into occasions, settings, best seasons, and ages to wear this fragrance. So I think this fragrance is really a versatile fragrance. This is one thing it has going for it. The components in this fragrance makes it a great signature scent and an all year round scent. Perfect for spring and summer. I think it's great early fall. Late fall and winter, if you live in a place like I do in the East Coast and you're gonna hit below 40s, I would search for something a little thicker, a little heavier for those really cold nights. However, if you're gonna be in mostly temperature controlled environments, or if you live in a place that you don't get really crazy winters, this one here is an all year round signature scent for sure. One thing I like about this fragrance is because it has that universal appeal. It's gonna make you smell amazing, it's gonna get you feeling great, and those around you will definitely give you positive remarks. So that's a great thing going for this fragrance as well. I'd say this is definitely masculine. This is definitely for casual or dressy but a bit sporty, maybe a jacket like this with no tie, maybe loafers. You know, nothing too crazy. Jeans, it's a perfect casual, dressy casual, sporty casual kind of scent. You could dress it down, you could dress it up. Like I said, this is very versatile. It's a great all-year-round scent for sure. As far as age groups, I think anyone can rock the scent, you know, basically because it's so versatile and because of the price point, anyone can really enjoy the scent. However, I think this is perfect for someone in high school or in college to have it in their arsenal, especially if you only have 2 or 3 fragrances all year round. This is definitely a perfect one to have as your go-to fragrance to have you smell great in whatever kind of setting you're going to be going to. So as you saw, the classification is an aromatic fougere, although I don't think this is really a fougere. I really get a aromatic, woody kind of fragrance. You know, the gin and tonic accord in here is very, very fleeting. It's not going to be a very boozy scent. The Sichuan pepper will give it a little bit of spiciness, but not really spicy at that. The really prominent note here is the Kiwano melon, which will give you almost like an aquatic vibe, but it's really a sweet, fruity vibe that you get. And then, you know, slowly gets into the heart, which you'll get this amazing, sweet, leathery, musky, light musk, not animalic at all, really pleasant musk, really, you know, sweet, fruity, and a very airy kind of scent, which is extremely well done. Great, you know, universal appeal. Like I said, everybody around you will enjoy the way you smell, and you're gonna enjoy the way you smell because it's one of those dumb reach, spray and go, and you know you're gonna smell great. Let's get into the projection. So as far as the initial push or the projection, 1.5 to 2 hours, no problem. And then it started to get closer to the skin. However, you know, when it came to longevity, I was getting days work, you know, out of this fragrance, you know, 6 to 8 hours when I sprayed my clothes, 8+. Really not bad. The sillage was great, you know, arm's length, you know, a nice scent bubble for about 5 hours. Close to the skin after the second hour, that's true, but people were still getting whiffs in and out. And like I said, a day's work, it's not bad at all. It's one of those fragrances, especially as you saw for the price point, $30 for 100 ml. It's really a no-brainer to have in your arsenal. One of those great all year round signature scent, versatile fragrances that I think everybody should have in their fragrance wardrobe. So the bottom line here in the scent, this scent reminiscent of CH Men or Carolina Herrera CH Men. Yes, that's very close to that scent. However, you take that scent, that sugary, that burnt sugar cane with that leather undertone, and then you add that melon note, that fruity nuance with a little bit of almost aquatic, you know, kind of feel. That's what you get with this fragrance. In my opinion, I think that's what CH Men's Sport should have been, but it's far from it. Everybody knows that CH Men's probably the worst of the CH Men line. This one here, on the other hand, is amazing, and I think that's what CH Men's Sport should have been. All in all, a great release from Abercrombie&Fitch, one of the best releases since Fear, so it's been a while since they put something really nice out. They were just putting a lot of generic stuff, but this one here definitely takes the cake over the past few years. A great release, very solid release from the house of Abercrombie&Fitch. This one here is a definite contender to be featured on my 2017 Top Summer Designers. Stay tuned for that. 3 words to summarize this scent: it's playful, it's youthful, and it's uplifting. So that's all I have for you here today on the house of Abercrombie&Fitch First Instinct. Let me know in the comment section below, have you tried this fragrance? Do you own it? What do you think about it? Do you love, like it, do you hate it? Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this house and on this fragrance. I'd love to read your comments. In the meantime, click that little bell up here so you get notifications from YouTube every time I post a video. That way you will not miss any content. And you know the drill, guys. Share the passion, keep on spraying, and stay fragrant. I will catch you in the next one. Ciao.